World Cup 2026. World Cup 2026. World Cup 2020. World Cup 2026. World Cup 2026. World Cup 2020.
People, your boy Márquez is here. The team is coming through, and it's gonna be a big crew here. And all of you watching, don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. All your guys are coming through. Yasa TV is gonna be here. Zia Talks, you know what I mean. Hanno is gonna be here. Kyle and the football family. Vegeta Talks football. Of course, you know Temba Talks will be here. And you got Drex in the building with D-Hub Sports TV, folks. Marken, you got the Elite Footy Talk fans in the building. Shout out to Tony Claude coming through. He will be here shortly as well, of course. You know, never fear, Tony Claude is there. Tony Claude Gunner TV, of course. Arsenal been the champions this season. We have to let him know. Zier will be here shortly. Youssef, of course, you know I'm starting it off. Zier is taking his cool time. These guys will jump in shortly. Don't stress. You know what I mean? Enjoy it with your boy Marken for now. You know you enjoyed it at the AFCON. We were all here sharing all the views, the vibes, and of course, good football. And we're looking forward to an interesting performance. As you can see, it's warming up right now. Definitely, you know, the World Cup show is underway. You can see the opening ceremony, of course. I know everyone's watching it. Big up to MT in the building. Shout out. No, I'm not a rapper, bro. I'm not a rapper. I'm just a regular guy that works in the audio industry as well, to be fair. I do work in music, so, you know, I have some things. But yeah, big up to MT420 in the building. Shout out to Raw Observer. Big up to Luis Gomez Jr. in the building. Shout out to Vegeta Sama TV. You're going to see him here shortly. Of course, you know that everyone's getting ready. Papa Chels, where you at, homie? You should be here. If you want the link, let me know if you got the time. Big up to Ciro Getson in the building, shouting out South Africa. He's ready for it. And of course, Youssef is asking for Zia. I told Zia to start with me. You know what I mean? But Zia says, bro, I got to make an entrance. I'm going to be in when I'm in. MT420 says Saudi rules. Big up to Aces and the funky music in the building. Where's Pablo Escobar country tonight? Well, that's actually Colombia, bro. They're not playing. The opening game is Mexico. You know what I mean? They got some, you know, they got the capos as well. But at the same time, you know, it's Mexico in the building, people. Kawali, what's going on? 5 likes so far, people. Keep smashing the likes. And remember, it's a network, so you can go to the description and you can see all the channels that are sharing it. You can smash the likes and subscribe to each and every one of them too while you're at it. You know how we do things. Yes, share the love around, people. Share the love. Luis Gomez, you want Bad Bunny? I mean, I couldn't afford Bad Bunny, bro, but if you look at the television, you're seeing Burna Boy. You know what I mean? He's there doing his thing, of course. It looks good, interesting. You know what I mean? They're trying to do something, but we know It's not the vibe that you expected. It's a World Cup. I think it's going to be one of the most interesting tournaments based on the performances of the teams. There's 48 teams, people. 48. 16 more teams than the last World Cup. It has to be more fun. Has to be more engaging. Has to be more competitive, folks. And there's going to be some upsets. Could tonight be an upset? You know what I mean? Bad Bunny in the building? Nah, why are you confusing, Consistentino? Greetings to you. Big up to MUFC Rocks in the building. Shout out to Chelsea fan. Will, what's good? Shakira, yo, she's like 15 years my senior, folks. She's looking good. You know what I mean? PK probably is wondering what's going on here. Like, maybe I want some more. But she's probably saying I got a younger guy now. You know what I mean? Yo, bro. Biggie, what's good, bro? How everything is? How you been? Hey, Zier, you are very much requested in the building. The people want your presence, bro. Zier says he'll be here in a little bit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Hanno says South Africa all day. I think you're going to be disappointed tonight, bro, because, I'm from CONCACAF, people. I might live in Germany, but I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. And I can tell you, Mexico is the big team in CONCACAF. If you think it's USA, you got a wrong thing coming. Mexico has been the big guns, the big guys, and they have a very, very interesting stadium called the Azteca. If they take you there, the air is so thin, you're not going to survive up there, guys. So don't forget to slap the likes, because you're at home breathing and it's perfectly fine. You're not on the pitch, and it's not hot and humid for you today. I mean, I wish it wasn't a bit rainy in Germany today. It's a bit gray. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's the same in London, but yeah, I hear you. Dukula is saying, I'm hearing Africans are rooting for Mexico. Bro, I'm from the Caribbean. I must root for my CONCACAF brethren. If you know what I mean, they're closer to me than I am to you. I can't lie. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It's all love, but CONCACAF rules, bro. Today is the day for CONCACAF. Take your times, yeah. Big up to the Waffle Dawn in the building. Of course, it's going to be fun, Jamar. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Nevea says 6767. What's going on? Big up in the building. Shout out to you. I'm telling you, bro, and she's got some age on her. Yo, Drex, Canada's representation right here. You know what I mean? You're gonna see him pretty soon. He's gonna come in later on when the game starts. Everyone should be here. It's gonna be a big one. I can tell you, this screen is gonna get really wide. I'm gonna get really small, but everyone's gonna be in the picture. You're gonna like it. Shout out to you, broski. What's good? We're gonna stun Mexico, says Godfrey. Prem champion. We know he's an Arsenal fan. This is an Arsenal fan talking here. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely think South Africa has a point to prove. They bowed out poorly out of AFCON. It was not a good tournament for them. I think they underperformed. I mean, I don't know if it was the pressure or maybe their coach made some bad decisions. But they did not do themselves justice. They got robbed, to be fair, by Egypt. Totally robbed. That was never a pen. But, I mean, they should have scored some goals. They threw away their chances. You know what I mean? Raul is a baller. He definitely is. But I'm looking forward to see what's going to go on with Gilberto Moura tonight, the young sensation. Will he be starting? That's going to be a big, big problem for South Africa because this youngster has a point to prove. He's a wonder kid coming out of CONCACAF, and a lot of big clubs have been eyeing a move. But the Mexicans are not trying to let go of this talent. They don't want him out of Mexico because they want to keep him a surprise. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in this World Cup, folks. I think a lot of teams are going to serve some upsets. UEFA better be ready, and CAF, I know you just had a tournament, but this is the World Cup, buddy. It's going to get interesting. Stay tuned for more. Hanno says, Bunny Chow greater than burritos. I don't know what you mean by that, bro. Definitely, Ravi. You know what I'm saying. Mexico is at home. They got the fans. They got everything in there. Oh, Luis. You my guy. You are my guy, Luis, because guess what? I thought the same thing. I thought it's going to be a Mexican, they're going to play tacos with these guys. They're going to eat them for dinner. It's going to be an interesting show, and I'm here for it. Mexico always puts in work in this Bro, they're the biggest team in CONCACAF, bro. We have to give them that respect. I'm a Trini and I keep it real. Compost Smurf says Mexico. Waffle Down says, Mexico! You know it goes, you know it goes. I know it says, big up to everyone in the building. Don't forget to smash the likes, please. And guys, please, let me remind you, check out the other channels in the description. They got links. Just click it. You're already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do it twice. South Africans been in sleep. Bruh, now it's not the time for that inconsistentino. Play nicely. It's the World Cup. We're all loving here. Let's not try to make it that kind of battle tonight. It's about a battle on the football pitch. Let's try to keep it there, buddy. You know, I mean, bro. Love in the air. Bro, I can't repeat that, Will. Bro! Man, Will, bro. You almost made me read that, bro. You know what I mean? 1-0 to Mexico. Campos is saying a 1-0. It could, I mean, it's the opening night, bro. And I would say maybe if they were away, but they at home. Mexico is a different team at home. I don't know if people told you. You know what I mean? It's like the Germans at home. They don't come to play. They come to take everything. They want to keep it at home. You know what I mean? It would be interesting. A tri-nation tournament and Mexico is in the final. I mean, it will be good. Bode well for CONCACAF, folks. This is why CAF has one less place guaranteed than CONCACAF. If CAF has more teams, like more points, like you know how the Europa tournaments work, more teams, more players go from here. And of course, you know, if more teams in England go on top, they get more points. Well, the World Cup is working like that. Confederations are going to be losing spots, guaranteed spots, and it's going to be changing hands. Depends on which confederation finishes last. It's going to be interesting, folks. You got to keep it competitive. Even if, you know, you might just have two teams from Oceania, but if one of them get to the final, to the semifinals, it's a big, they get an extra spot next World Cup 2030. You know what I mean? CONCACAF could also lose a spot. We have 7 right now. It could be we lose 1 to CAF next year, next World Cup around. Big up to Inos in the building. Oh my goodness. Brother. What? Waffle Dawn in the building. I think this is on your channel, bro. I'm unable to bring it up. Sadly. You know what I mean? Sadly. But when I get to the comment, bro, I will certainly put it up there. Big up. Mandem says, Benito says, I feel South African today. Come on, lads. Well, I can't blame you, bro. We have our own Mora, Real Mofo King, and number 10 is a baller. I mean, I'm not telling you he isn't a baller, broski. But it's Sundowns versus Mexico. Guadalajara versus the Sundowns. It's going to be interesting. You know what I mean? Lopez to be cooking, says MT420. Yo, Godfrey, I think you're underestimating the Mexicans, you know, my brother. I feel like you're underestimating them, bro. Chelsea fan says, I'm backing my friend Hano, South Africa tonight. Let's do this, people. Big up to you. Big up to you. Marla Mitchell is saying, Mark, relax. With Mexico, it's going to be a draw. 1-1. Bro, I don't know. Of course this is real, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean, RHK? It's the World Cup. We're there. Famosa Mexico, says Zia Talks. I think Zia means business now. You know what I mean? Proper Charles. Dicula is saying Zia Talks. Now is Zia Tex. Zia Tex. What's good, Merrick? I'm chilling, bro. I'm just enjoying the day. It's a lot of hype. Of course, what we all expect is a big match. A lot of fanfare, but we expect to have a very good performance tonight from the both teams involved in the opening fixture. I mean, normally it's really cagey, but the Mexicans are at home, people. It's going to be ole, ole, ole. Trust me, they're going to be coming out like a firecracker. It's going to be 100 miles a minute from the kickoff. I promise you. Big up, Will. Oh, bro. I mean, I know you would. I didn't expect it to be so soon. You know what I mean? Mexico might choke, says unfollow. The pressure might be too great at home. This is not their first salsa in the building. I mean, the bachata, no, that's Dominicana. Yeah, what? It's not their first Olay, bro. You know what I mean? Big up to the Waffle Dawn. Let's have a good World Cup team, of course. Everyone, let's remember it's a team effort here. You're going to have me sometimes. You're going to have a lot of us sometimes. You're going to have different guys. But make sure to show your support, chat. You know what I mean? Everyone is coming to give their best vibe and bring the energy to help you guys enjoy the game to their best ability. And of course, we're going to be here for at least 2.5 hours because the opening is up. And in just about 45 minutes, we're going to see the teams take the pitches. And of course, guys, Merrick Glod is in Atlanta. So, Merrick, let us know. How is Atlanta feeling today? You know what I mean? How are you feeling? What are your thoughts? I know you just said what you say about the performance tonight. You know what I mean? But we all know. What are your hopes for Mexico, for USA, bro? Because I expect you to be supporting the USA. So if you would tell us what your hopes are for the team, it would be interesting to know, because it's going to be an interesting host. 3 different hosts, 3 different countries. Yo, Tri Nation, here it come. You know what I mean? And big up. Of course, I know what you mean, bro. I'm not mad at you, bro. I'm just, you know what I mean? It's the World Cup. No Ochoa in goal. It could be interesting, Will. Don't worry about Ochoa. They got our next guy. You know what I mean? Zaire didn't leave, bro. He went to get himself live. He's coming into the live. He was there texts to let you guys know he's here. But you know what I mean. What's good, my guy? What you saying, broski? I mean, if you're streaming, you can come join the party, bro. It's always good to have another Trini in the building. You know what I mean? Yeah? I'm just getting hyped for the game, bro. It's Mexico all day for us. Jamaica, they lost to Curacao. We didn't score. It was too much drama. We didn't get through. So now it's the rest of CONCACAF versus the world, bro. Yeah? I gotta be real. This one is on a CONCACAF agenda. We need to keep our qualifying places in check. So CONCACAF teams, wherever you at, get yourselves out of the groups. Get out of the groups at all costs. I don't care if you're down to bare bones. You need to get points and out of the group. Or at least best third place finishers all around. We'll take that. Yeah, I'm going to bring the lineups up for you guys. I'm getting it, Will. You know what I mean? The lineup's supposed to be out right just about now. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to use this, but it looks like I'll have to go the other way. Boom. So, Mexico versus South Africa, people. And the lineups are out. The lineups are here, folks. You know what I mean? The lineups are here. So let me get it to you guys. Bring it up on the screen. Bang. So the lineups look something like this, my people. Let's talk about it. Let me announce the starting 11 to each and every one of you. Of course, let's start with the away team first. We'll save the host for last. Fraser Foster, Lyle Foster starts as striker number 9. Reyners, his partner, a 2-striker formation South Africa is playing. They're playing a 3-5-2, and on the left of that midfield is Modiba wearing the number 6. Adams comes in wearing that 23 on his back in the left central midfield position, and Mokena, the number 4, who surprisingly had the best performance in their last game, starts and does not come on as a substitute. Sihole is the number 13 in the right central midfield position, and Mudau, the number 20, will be roaming on that right wing back there. They're looking like, an interesting old school Man United formation when we had Rooney them times. And Alex Ferguson went away and we had to play late. You know what I mean? A back three of Sibisi, Ocon in the middle, and Bokozai is on the left of the defense. And of course, Williams, their captain, is in goal. Interesting times, people. Who would have expected South Africa to come with a formation like this? Big up to the guys coming in. Shout out to Jim Arsenal and Napoli fan. Big up to Jim in the building, bro. My top three to win the World Cup: England, because they are my home nation, Spain and Argentina. We're going to discuss that group with Argentina somewhat, guys, because I have the thinking that Argentina is going to be finding it very difficult to come out of that group when the three teams will be looking at them like, we can't beat them. Let's try not to lose. That can make a very difficult tournament very frustrating for Arsenal. Luis Gomez Jr. says Spain all the way. Well, of course, you knew that from the Barcelona flag there. Guys, what did you do to Rashford, bro? He helped win you guys the trophy. You dunked on him. You're going to regret that shit. I think that 80 million for Anthony Gordon is a waste of money, bro. I be real. Big up to Steve Lennox in the building. Anthony Gordon's got no tech, bro. I just got to say that. Now, I know Mexico are better than us, real talk, but I got to back my nation. Big up. Empty 420 says goal, but the game hasn't kicked off yet, bro. They just started their warm-ups. You know what I mean? Nah, the girl in the pink, Godfrey. Bro. Interesting. Interesting conversation going on there. Argentina's for Keenez Jacob. Big up to my brethren from home back in Trini. Big up, broski. I know what you're saying, but yeah, bro, it's gonna be a tough group for you, and I hope that you don't survive it. I hope you don't survive, bro. Haram ball opening game. This Arsenal thing catching on. Well, I don't think Mexico is gonna play any haram ball today. Rashi got pumped, and bro, why would you make me say it? Big up to the football overseas in the building. Hopefully Mexico wins it, says my brethren out there in Kenya. And of course, I expect him to be here pretty soon. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, broski. Let me know when you get home. You know what I mean? Forget that. My brethren done tell him one time, he saying, yeah, what going on there? Argentina winning it. You're not having that kind of small talk. You know what I mean? We will see. Merrick says, for me, I'm USA and England supporter because my dad is from England. As a USA fan, I'm feeling good. I think with the players USA has, I think they should get out of the group. I think so as well. I kind of expect you guys to be one of the top two qualifiers out of your group. You know what I mean? Based on some of the performances I've seen. I think you have an interesting coach. Maybe you guys would do well to keep him for another 10 years and, you guys would start playing real football and not soccer. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Because I think one of the things America struggles with is creativity. They look so mechanical sometimes. You know what I mean? No mean to criticize, but you got some talented players. They got fit. They are really fit, but somehow they look more methodical than creative in moments, and I think it takes away from the real USA that they can be. You know what I mean? Youssef Bernardo to Real Madrid, says Emo. What? Mellow head start for company. Interesting news. Yup, it's football, not soccer. Especially when you're watching on the channel here, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just reminding you. It could get thick in the chat. Who are the big names from Mexico? Well, of course, there's Jimenez and the other Jimenez. So there's Raul Jimenez and then there's Jimenez. Two interesting strikers. One was in sensational form in the Eredivisie last season. One not in the best form this season, but still does his thing on a certain level. He's been in the last couple seasons doing well in the Premier League, so you definitely know he's a potent guy and he's got up to the level of standard. It's going to be interesting. Mexico also has some interesting defenders, old school, you know what I mean? They always have those teams, and let's talk about the Mexican team because, I talked about South Africa and I went on. But let's talk about the guys from Mexico, you know what I mean? From my neck of the woods in CONCACAF. And Raúl Jimenez will be starting. You know, he plays his football at Fulham right now. Used to be at Wolves, but he's interesting. He's back there. Of course, Quinones comes in, the number 16. And Mexico is playing their very, very attacking formation of a 4-1-4-1. Guys, trust me, this formation is flat out attack for Mexico. It might not look it, but this is how they play. You know what I mean? Fidalgo, the number 8, interesting player, very good on the ball. He is a certain threat in front of goal from anywhere around the 20-yard box. He will certainly be looking and eyeing up the corner V's. Goalkeeper, you better be watching out, man, because this guy is dangerous on the corner. Gutierrez, a youngster, interesting talent. I'm shocked he's starting this game. I thought they would have gone for a little bit more of an experienced attacking line. But they chose this youngster because he's a very, very capable player, very creative on the ball. And he's certainly going to be looking to get Mexico in. Bro, 5 attackers, bro. You watching that? Mexico is coming at them tonight, bro. Yeah, probably. Big up to the chat, says Kings of London. Well, of course, you know he's a Arsenal fan. I'm not going to mention that a 5th or 10th or 30th time. You know, I've said it enough already. Some of our ballers have been sacrificed for this formation. Apollos number 7 and Mofa King number 10. Hugo Bruce wants to shut out Mexico and limit their chances to score. I think that's a bad idea, bro. I think that's a bad idea. And I'm going to just say it to you like this. I know you guys know the heat, but it's a bit more dry over there. It's a bit more wet over here. Well, in Mexico there, in the CONCACAF region, it's a wet heat, not a dry heat. And when it gets later in the game, your lungs get heavy, bro. You know what I mean? It's a different breed. It's easier to run in the snow than to run in the heavy, humid heat, bro, with 20 minutes left and you're tired because you've been defending for like 70 minutes. Bro, Mexico will take you to the run, bro. These guys are fit. They are very fit. They're the fittest team in CONCACAF, bro. If you think USA is fit, they're not fitter than the Mexicans, bro. Trust me. Those brothers, it's all or nothing. Yeah, it's on life. Trust my words, bro. No Apollos, Mofa King. It will be tough. It will be a tough first half, bro. I'm not going to lie. Because the Mexican team is a young team. They chose an attacking lineup. Alvarado is a good winger, more experienced character. You know what I mean? Quite like Quinones. So like they have a bit of experience around some bustling young talent in that attacking quintet, I should say. And of course, Lira behind them, the experience. You know, that midfield workhorse. He is a bitter guy. You know what I mean? He's not going to let you through. It's going to be get through me or I'm going to take a foul. That's how it's going to be tonight with Lira. I'm just letting you know. And don't think he can't play a pass. You know what I mean? Don't think he can't play a pass. Gallardo will be bombing down the wings. The youngster getting the nod tonight will be interesting for Mexico. And I will say ole, ole, because when you see those pairs of keels clicking, getting down that wing, yo, defenders better be wary, bro, because if he cuts in, it's going to be in trouble. Vasquez in the building. Shout out to the youngster. Big, interesting young talent across Europe right now. And, of course, old school Montez, the captain, the old school. I think this is like his 4th World Cup, if not 5th. Yeah. Reyes on his right. A lot of experience mixed with you. Again, Mexico is going with an interesting team here, folks. This is not the Mexico that's saying, I'm going to feel the World Cup out. I'm coming to play. Yeah. That's the Mexico I'm seeing right now. Rangel, the goalkeeper. You may not know this guy, but he's been having a really good season in the Mexican League, and they really trust the Mexican League, folks. Trust me. They trust it. It's way better. It's a higher level of football than the MLS. If you don't know, I can't help you. Yeah? I'm just letting you know. When they meet the MLS teams, they beat them badly. Like 5-0 and shit in CONCACAF Champions League. They beat up on the American teams. Even my country beats up on the American football teams, the MLS teams. It's bro, I just have to say it like that. Big up to you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and of course, subscribe if you're new. All the channels are in the description. Shout out to all the brothers. You know what I mean? It's a big family and everyone's here. Alien Tenno, my guy. What's good, bro? The World Cup is certainly here. And of course, you know, an interesting opening. It was very quiet. I didn't really feel the World Cup vibe. You know, even though there was lots of talk about Qatar, you could still feel a sense of, you know, the World Cup is coming. Everyone's anticipating, but everyone's at work. Everyone's like, yeah. But I think the 48 teams, the extra 16 is going to light up and bright a spark in each and every one of your hearts, and you're going to feel the World Cup fever soon. You know what I mean? While the thing is going on, it's going to be interesting. We need that Tabalaba celebration for the culture. Well, I mean, listen, let me tell you something, Kings of London. I'm sorry. I want to see sombreros tonight, bro. You see, I'm wearing my little fishers because I couldn't find a sombrero. But I'm a Trini, so, you know, the Mexicans know I keep it real because they know what we like. You know what I mean? Scouting the stands for potential talent. We must. It's life, bro. What can you do if not that? You know what I mean? I'm a Chelsea fan. Don't disgrace my name. Bro, you literally have Kings of London, bro. And if you have Kings of London, I'm thinking Arsenal, who just won the league, bro. I'm sorry. I can't lie. You got to put CFC, bro. Put the CFC, bro. And then I'll apologize. You know, I'll apologize then. You know what I mean? I didn't mean it in a bad way, bro. In the best of heart. You know, have a drink on me, bro. World start. Who gonna win it for the last World Cup out of Neymar, Messi, or Ronaldo for the last World Cup competition of their careers? Well, I'll have to bet on the GOAT, bro. CR7. You know what I mean? This guy, he's still banging and doing bicycles at 40. Messi can't even do a tricycle, but, you know, he can dribble still. Hopefully, you know, he wipes his shirt after. Yeah, you know what I mean. Big up to you guys coming in. I see Vegeta is in the building. Vegeta, my guy.
Yo, broski, what's happening?
I don't know. I'm just looking at these teams, the lineups here. Interesting lineups, to be fair. You know what I mean? I can't lie.
Wow,
I'm disappointed.
2 strikers.
I'm disappointing with your starting lineup for a little bit, but the 2 strikers have me interested because I think Lyle Foster needs some help up there. I think he would need help up there. You know, I'm worried about your back line facing the overloads, but yeah, no more for King.
I don't think I've ever seen us play a back 3. This guy really switched it up. Oh my days.
Bro, killer. You know, this remind me of, you remember that time Man United was playing in Champions League with Rooney and them, and it was a back 3 was playing with 5 in the middle.
Yeah.
2 strikers up top. That reminded me of that, bro. But, bro, yeah, Mexico coming out tonight, bro. Watching that Mexican lineup, bro. I thought they would have gone a bit more experienced, but they gone with some youth, bro. They come out to attack.
There's no Apollos. Yeah. Godfrey's right, bro. That guy's probably our most threatening attacker, and he's on the bench. Bro, I don't understand this guy. What is the plan? Hugo. Oh my days, bro.
We'll discuss a little bit later, bro. Yeah.
Oh,
girl.
He's gone very defensive. Very, very defensive.
Very. And I think that's a bad idea. Languish poor the sea with a British emblem in his thing there says it's coming home. Well, it's the first time I've seen that tonight from an English supporter. I congratulate you, my guy. I congratulate you, my guy. Big up to you, my guy. You know what I mean? Keep the energy, my guy. Huh? Because of CR7, I will not win. Brother, CR7, the GOAT, bro. It just works. Yeah? You know what I mean? Going to Brazil to win it, but I take France. Okay.
Nah, Brazil, I don't think their squad is complete enough to go all the way. There's too many other teams that have better squads. They have to get through France. There's flipping Portugal's got a better squad. What's the other team? There's a lot of teams that are just got better squads overall. They might get to like the semis, maybe, but to win it, nah, I don't see it. Yeah. You see, bro, I don't. This is a bad way to start for us, bro. This is how he did in the flipping AFCON. He went too defensive, and we got knocked out. He's playing not to lose, and I hate that, bro. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong.